many of the policy-defining training and brainstorming sessions at a national level. As far as awards are concerned, I would like to read out a few awards and recognition for his public services. He was selected for the final phase of the first season of The Power of Ideas Investor Meet, conducted by the Economic Times and Indian Angel Network. He was awarded the Indian National IMA Dr. C.T. Thakkar Award for the Best Community Service rendered by young doctors in the year 2012. He is the past State Secretary of Indian Medical Association, IMA Manipur State Branch. He is a member of the Central Working Committee at IMA at the National Headquarters, New Delhi since 2007. Member of the All Manipur Entrepreneurs Association. Nominated to participation in the UNCTAD Empretech Entrepreneur Workshop in Geneva, Switzerland in 2013. He is IMA National Distinguished Service Award. He was conferred with this award in the year 2019. He is the Vice President of the Association of Healthcare Providers of India, AHPI, Manipur chapter. Ladies and gentlemen, I present in front of you Dr. Ashangvam Vivekananda Singh, and to honor him is the chief guest of the function, Dr. Dhabali Thangjam. Thank you, sir. The next awardee from the IMA Manipur State Branch, distinguished doctor, is Dr. Nelson Loitongbam. Dr. Nelson Loitongbam, he is a psychiatrist working in Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, Porompat. He is IMA Life member since the year 2009. He is IMA State Working Committee member from 2011 till date. He served as the Honorary State Secretary IMA Manipur State Branch for 2 terms, 2013-14 and 2019-20. He is credited with organizing the first IMA Indo-Myanmar scientific meeting in July 2019, and he is presently the executive member of the Manipur Medical Council. As far as his other achievements are concerned, he is the first doctor from Northeast India to be trained in mountain medicine. He has participated in the successful first Northeast India Everest expedition, 2013, as team doctor. He had contributed various articles, short stories, and poems in local dailies and the Sahitya Parishad Journal. He has been awarded the IMA National Prize for Distinguished Services in the year 2019. And last but not the least, he won the Master Chef title at the World Bamboo Congress, Imphal, in February 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, I present in front of you Dr. Nelson Loitongbam, and to honor him is the guest of honor of the function, Dr. Kangujam Raju Singh. As a part of our inaugural program, we have decided to honor our esteemed guest of honor as well as the chief guest. So I request our volunteer to bring out the memento which the organizing committee is presenting to the guest of honor, Dr. Kangujam Raju Singh. It will be followed by his address to the gathering. The President of the IMA Manipur State Branch, Dr. Shyam Kumar Laishram, is honoring the guest of honor of the function, Dr. Kanguzam Rajo Singh. May I request Dr. K. Raju Singh to speak a few words on this occasion.
Good morning, everybody. Respected Chief Guest of the today's function, Dr. T.S.W. Singh, respected President of the today's function, Dr. Shyam Kumar Laisram, all the members of the Indian Medical Association Manipur State Branch, all the respected members on the dais, and all my senior teachers and all my friends. So, Indian Medical Association Manipur State Branch is organizing the 36th All Manipur Medical Conference. So, it is a very old and a very great association, and they have given a lots of help during this pandemic attack in the state of Manipur. Now the Manipur is facing a very crucial stage of the attack of this pandemic, and all the departments, health departments, including the RIMS, GNIMS, and the private clinics, including CISA, are working hard together to fight this pandemic attack. And this Indian Medical Association has chosen a very appropriate theme of this year, that is living with COVID. So we are going to live with COVID, and we are living now, and we are going to live with COVID in the future also. For this, we have to follow the COVID appropriate behaviors in order to contain this pandemic. So we have implemented all the SOPs in the state of Manipur, and we have tested about 4,47,000 in the state of Manipur, and the number of positive cases is 26,000, and the number of recovered cases is 23,000, and the number of active cases is 2,900, and the number of death is 320 so far. Now the 837 are at home isolation. So we are implementing this program to prevent the spread of the coronavirus with the formation of the many committees, starting from the state consultative committee led by the Chief Minister up to the district level and the village community level, with the formation of the local COVID committee and the enforcement committee at the village and the community level. So we are trying hard with all this medical personnel in the state of Manipur, including all the doctors, nurses, grab force, drivers, ASHAs, Angalwadi workers, police department, and the transport department. So as we are going to live with this COVID-19 for few years, so we have to follow strictly the COVID appropriate behavior, that is the proper using of the face mask, distancing for 6 feet, and the frequent washing of the hand, and the avoidance of the frequent touching of the eye and the faces. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. I know you are at the helm of managing COVID-19 in the state, and you must be a very busy person. And it is under your unstinted support and care that the state is witnessing a sharp decline in the COVID-19 cases, especially in the first week of this month. And I'm sure that under your guidance and support, the state was going to witness a further slowing of the spread of the disease, and ultimately we will be able to celebrate a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year 2021. Coming up next is the presentation of the memento to our revered chief guest of the function, Dr. Dhavali Thangjam, who is the chairman cum managing director of the Babina Group of Industries, and a very, he has been supporting IMA since its inception. And IMA, he has contributed immensely to the growth of the IMA Manipur State branch. Ladies and gentlemen, I request the president of IMA Manipur State Chapter, Dr. Shyam Kumar Laisram, to honor our chief guest, Dr. Dhavali Thangjam. May I now invite the chief guest to speak a few words on this occasion of IMA-Con 2020.
Good afternoon. Dr. K. Raju, Dr. Shyam Kumar, and other dignitaries on the dais, the senior members of IMA, other members, the delegates, friends from media, and those who are participating online to this inaugural program and the conference. At the outset, I would like to thank the organizers for giving invitation to me to be the chief guest of the inaugural program. I feel conscious, at the same time embarrassed also, when I see my seniors sitting on the floor. Some are my teachers, and then standing myself here as the chief guest. But when I am invited, I thought it's a great privilege and honor, and I should accept it. That's why I'm here today. If we talk about the theme of this conference, living in COVID times, I don't think there is any other theme which will be appropriate for this conference. So I'd like to congratulate the organizers for choosing this theme. At the same time, organizing such a conference of this kind, a hybrid system, online and offline, in a pandemic situation where a lot of limitations, challenges around, and then organizing in a very magnificent way. So I would like to congratulate the organizers for their activities. Now, on the 1st January 2020, we sent messages, wishes, Happy New Year, happy and prosperous New Year. But in reality, it is not so. We don't have any happiness now. We don't have prosperity in this 2020. We have all the problems around, right from the healthcare systems, the healthcare workers, talk about the education, all school colleges being down, closed. Tours and travels, I think in one of the presentations it was mentioned that it's almost having a grinding halt. Business and the economy is the worst affected. Now India's GDP is minus 23.8. It has never happened in the history of this economic status of the country. This is all creation of the pandemic, COVID-19, and we are living in a condition what we describe as the new normal. We have photographs taken today on the stage and also on the floors, and all these pictures will be preserved. And those children who are born after a few years when the pandemic is gone, those children are definitely going to ask their parents, Daddy, Mommy, why all people are having their faces closed, their mouths closed, their noses closed. At that time, the parents have to reply. And this generation, I think, will never forget the pandemic, COVID-19. And it is said so that it happens once in 100 years. It happened in 1920, so another 100 years now, 2020. So maybe another pandemic after 100 years or so. Now regarding the IMA, has been already said that it's the biggest organization formed by the modern medicine practitioners, doctors. In the country, there are more than 3.5 lakh members. Manipur has little more than 500 or so. And being a big organization, it will be definitely powerful and forceful. And it is so also. Whenever there's any policy changes coming up in the center by the government, it's the IMA which becomes very vocal and try to oppose and has been working for the welfare of the members all through. Right now, we are also struggling to fight against mixopathy, that the alternative medicine practitioners are being given the liberty to do surgery, and then that will become a big challenge to the already practicing people in the modern medicine. So I think it's a responsibility of IMA to definitely fight tooth and nail and not to allow this to continue. Lastly, there's a lot of limitation of time, so I'll just shortcut. And a few words about the healthcare system now. There's always mistrust between the patients and then the doctors. And there is communication gap that has actually created a lot of problems in the healthcare system. If there's any casualty, then doctors and hospitals are being charged of negligence, whether there is negligence or not, but it has become a system. And ultimately, mob violence, asking for compensation, going to the court, etc. So this has actually created this profession very stressful sort of a status. Now we need to actually look into this, and IMA has been taking role in this. There has been the interactive programs with CSOs and general public, etc., to come to an understanding. And personally, I feel that many of these problems are because of the lack of communications, lack of counseling. Proper counseling, proper discussion, proper negotiation can definitely reduce it. It cannot be eliminated, but can definitely reduce it. Another important thing is about the increasing cost of medical treatment. Treatment has become very expensive now. It is very expensive, but unavoidable expenses we have to spend because there is so much of transformation in medical care. There was a time when the physician sees the patient, makes a diagnosis, writes a prescription, the patient buys medicine and goes. But that time has changed. You cannot just write a prescription to a patient without being investigated, without making a final diagnosis properly. Then again the patient will come back and then will charge against you now these days. So in order to avoid that, doctors will definitely go for extensive investigations, and that becomes very expensive. And then the question is why investigations are becoming very expensive, why treatment is becoming very expensive? The simple answer is technology. Technology is very expensive. You cannot bring in new technologies without spending money. Those people who are working in the industries, who are working in the manufacturing industries, who are designing, who are doing research and development, they spend a lot of money. So any new technology coming in the market becomes expensive because of that. And the burden is on the patients. Even rich and poor, both are affected. Rich people, to some extent, will manage. But the poor people, they cannot afford those technologies and those expensive medical treatment. And here comes the role of the government. The government hospitals need to improve their facilities so that those people who cannot afford going to the private sector can go to the government sector and then avail similar quality of treatment. That's one way. Secondly, we have a number of schemes, the Chief Minister's scheme, Prime Minister's scheme, then government employee scheme, etc. Those are the solutions for those patients who cannot actually afford on their own. And then lastly, the insurance policy should be implemented extensively, and that will also give a lot of solutions to the expensive healthcare system. So with these few words, I would like to conclude my speech, and once again, I would like to congratulate the organizers for organizing this conference in a very magnificent way, and I wish this conference very successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom and advice. Big events like this conference cannot happen without the contribution of people who are working at the grassroots level day and night. We are now going to honor two very important people who have been taking care of this hall and our office, the IMA office room, which has been awake since the last many, like 10, 20 days to make an event of this magnitude happen. The people whom we are going to honor now are none other than the caretaker of this hall, Mr. S. Jugol Singh, who hails from a faraway village called Thongzao, but he is staying in the premises with all his dedication to maintain the cleanliness of this hall. And the other person is Mr. N.G. Shyam. He is the office assistant who has been pivotal in all the paperwork and everything. We have to rely on him. We can bring him up anytime and he will never be angry with us also. So may I call upon on stage Mr. S. Jugol Singh and Mr. N.G. Shyam to receive a small token of appreciation. It may not be a large amount, but it is a token of appreciation for your commendable work. I request the chief guest of the function, Dr. Dhabali Thangjam, to honor Mr. N.G. Shyam, Office Assistant of IMA Office, Manipur State Branch. And Mr. S. Jugol Singh, who is the caretaker of this IMA hall. Thank you so much, sir. May I now invite on stage Dr. Ashangbam Vivekananda Singh, the Central Working Committee member from the state of Manipur, to speak on the occasion of IMA 2020 and deliver the CWC report.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected senior members and delegates sitting in the auditorium, our invitees on the dais, our President, sir, our Vice President, sir, my colleague, General State Secretary. Sir Rajena haiba male, maitai ron akoi na ngang de kana na ngang do no haiba. Aduna maitai ron do ino ngang jare sa. I get inspired from his words last time. If we want to work fast, you have to work alone. But if you want to work long, we have to work together. So, adugi moto do da akoi Indian Medical Association si ay lahaningi because masi akoi loina makineba. Akoi specialty mayam gi association mayam ama tongan leire. Aduga akoi the only platform, common platform where a general practitioner can meet a specialist, when a surgeon can converse with a physician, where psychiatrists can talk to a microbiologist. It's the only platform. Besides the academic pursuits, I am in a PDC, akoi mayamgi punbagi punfam ama platform ama IMA gi platform sida loinamak na adidi akoi junior amada senior amna tanafam adidi akoi maraki akoi na amo akoi gi hanagi leramaba akoi gi senior leaders sing dagi kamai torok because we have to connect with the past, the present and the future, so that our community, akoi doctor community is one of the most bogged down community. We can be taken for a ride by any other people. Akoi adam yaga chatpa kangu neba. Amana harsu hoy, amana harsu hoy. Ado handaki pandemic sina akoi da yam chawulation ama, like we all have to rethink our strategy. And the India Dr. Chatrin only series here. So if you combine all the combined health workers who have given who were infected during this pandemic, maximum casualty are the doctors. Nurse yam sivataroi, other healthcare workers, attendants ke adum na abakopasita duble, sik kari gino hai baporamalay. Akoi Dr. Singh like always others before self. I beg a motto, but we have to rethink with the changing times what we are doing. A quick aeroplane fighting either like oxygen marks apna pehle lagalo, then you try to help others. So adu ju hojiki matamita koi adugi wakalo lujo dum chielaga mayam gizu seba toba akoi ju soi daba. We have to give due importance to our personal life. Profession is not everything in our lives. Could give family life, like plus, I now request say, please give some time to the association also. If any of our colleagues are practicing 24/7, my humble request is kindly reduce it to 24/5. 1 day for yourself, 1 day for the association. Adu hokti yabran khalle. Adu to viragadi akoi myam punpham wakan thokpam brainstorming tawraga punpham ama lehan seba akoi gi association da. I get many offers to join the Lions Club, the Rotary Club many times, but still I get stuck with my own association because I want to give my undivided time to this association, which is for us. Sigi message and the Sigi MZ mayam dasu leiragadi akoi mayamse will be one of the strongest community. Like American doctors have a big role in the political arena of USA because they can oust president, they can bring in presidents because they are all one. Akoi Manipur gisu akoi doctor mayamse pulagadi, we can be a big voice in any health policy, in any matter that affects our livelihood or that affects the health of the state. Wow. This pandemic has taught us many things, and one of that is like our profession doesn't have that much respect that should be there. Advice me am dekho ki laurani SOP me am with due respect to our director sir also, many of our requests has gone unanswered. Aduga kona akoi gi yarakta taba mayam su yawe. So if we have to be involved, then our voice has also to be heard. Sigi message mayamda, and especially to my junior colleagues, like you should get involved with Indian Medical Association right from your student days. We have the Young Doctors Network nowadays, where interns and junior residents, they can have their own body. You must have heard about this mixopathy thing going on in the country, where Ayurveda surgeons, Ayurveda doctors have been given the permission to practice general surgery. So it is going to bring a big chaos in the medical system of the country and to the upcoming doctors also. Dr. Gidrik, but it's the general public that is going to suffer. So we have to bring this message to the general public. We should say no to mixopathy. Let Ayurveda develop their own way of practice. Let the government live the modern medicine as it is. Animal mixed already. So we have to go parallel. So thanking you all once again for joining us in this AMAMICON 2020. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vivekananda, for highlighting the recent issue of mixopathy, which we all have to ponder upon and give a thought. Coming up next is the presidential address by the President of IMA Manipur State Branch, Dr. Shyam Kumar Laishram. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Ibon. Today's chief guest, Tamotis Dhavalishing, and today's guest of honor, Dr. K. Raju, and our Vice President, Dr. Jogendra, CWC member, Dr. Vivekananda, and Secretary, Honorary State Secretary, Dr. Arun, and my respected teachers, my respected seniors, my friends. We know that COVID-19 is a medical disaster we have encountered in this modern era of highly advanced medical sciences. Such a pandemic of great magnitude have not been seen in the past in our lifetime, and I hope that the pandemic is controlled and controlled very fast, and such a thing never occur in the future again. The theme of this year conference, Living with COVID, I think is a very appropriate and topic theme to be discussed in this conference. Many of our colleagues have been infected by this virus, and many of our precious, mostly senior colleagues have succumbed to this deadly disease. We pray that no more casualty of our colleagues. This conference will enlighten us on COVID-19 and will help us in fighting COVID-19 successfully. IMA Manipur State Branch has been actively involved in all the programs and gave our opinion and the recommendation on COVID-19 given by the expert committee of COVID-19 by the IMA to the authorities concerned, and our voices are heard, and many of this recommendation have been followed. I hope our directors also there in all the matters related with the health policy regarding COVID-19. I think the voices of our expert committee, IMA expert committee, should be listened, and we should be taken, these recommendations should be taken care of. We are actively involved in awareness on COVID-19 through our FB Life, which is a foundation, in 22 episodes of our health bulletin. I think this is the digital format of our health bulletin, Hakchang Paugjen, and we have resource person from the government and private sectors in these episodes. And there were a lot of viewers and a lot of these comments, good comments, recommendations from the public also. We have discussed in the local TV networks, print media, and regarding this awareness on COVID-19. And along with the People Task Force of COVID-19, we went far and wide, including far villages. This year, we had admitted more than 79 lab members, and the new lab members are still enrolled now. This is a record of our state IMA. The efforts and the dedication by our establishing members, and especially I like to mention our Honorary State Secretary, who is very active, Dr. N.J. Arun Kumar Singh, and the CWC member, Dr. A. Vivekananda. I think we need a loud applause for them. Kindly give applause to them. In addition, we have also added more than 60 lab members for the IMA CGP to form IMA CGP faculty Manipur. This is also one of the academic wing of the IMA. They have diploma in family medicine and certified course in echocardiography. So there are those who are partition but who can't get the postgraduate degrees, they can do the practice with this family medicine. I think surely we'll be trying to get this course started. Another new achievement is we have started from November 1, 2020, Doctors on Pedals, in short we call DOF IMA cycling wing with the motto, Wheeling in the Healing. We have 20 live members and we have seasoned cyclists like Dr. N. J. Arun Kumar, Dr. A. Vivekananda, Dr. Nelson Loitambam. With their inspiration, we could start this. And this DOF, this IMA cycle wing with the motto, Wheeling in the Healing, is appreciated by all over the state, and they are trying to emulate our cycling wing. And there are a lot of appreciation from the headquarters. And IMA, we have this year we have started Presidential Appreciation Award for Distinguished Services of the IMA, and this will be given mostly to the younger person. We have awards for the elder persons, above 65, above 70, but those below that, but they are working so hard. So in the last general body meeting, luckily I was a person in the last year, as this is 2 years term, and we have this resolve that our young doctors should be honored, and from this honored, we have started President's Appreciation Award for Distinguished Services. As our Chief Guest has said, there are a lot of violence against the medical profession. Though there are medical professional and the Medicare Institute, Medical Person Medica Institute Protection Act, still the act is not so much enforced except few. So we have been trying to make public aware on this also, and we have, for this we have to give awareness in the print media as well as in the electronic media. And for this also, not only our dedication from the healthcare providers, we need the improvement of the healthcare in all the areas far and wide, including the hills, so that those healthcare, once it improve in the periphery, the load in the two institutes will be less, and if all the facilities are better, this violence also will be reduced. Meanwhile, we need to make the public aware that they should not have this violence against the doctors. And IMA is trying to protect our health professionals, mostly, especially our doctors. And regarding this COVID-19, I think we have been fighting so well. Our director is also respected. Directors also here, I think, will continue fighting it, and will make more and more good strategy so that we could fight this COVID-19. This year, we have this hybrid. We have a lot of difficulties in thinking that how to follow the SOP and how to do this conference very successful. But through our organizing secretary, is the Honorary State Secretary Dr. N. J. Arun Kumar and Dr. Vivekananda Nelson, they can, within 3 days, there is connection of this fiber connection, so that we should have successfully done this digital performance. And another is Q10 has come through them, and with I think detail will be given by our Honorary State Secretary. And we have, I am lucky that we have very good supportive State Working Committee members, and without their help we could not have done so successfully. And our secretaries are very active. Our immediate past secretary is also very active. Our vice president giving lot of support and help to me, and all the staffs, all the State Working Committee members are doing so much help to us to me that such a organization, such a conference could be organized successfully. Long live IMA, long live IMA Manipur State Branch. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm sure under your stewardship, IMA Manipur State Chapter will see and explore newer horizons and achieve unprecedented heights. Last but not the least, as we are coming to the close of the inaugural program, it is customary for the organizing secretary to propose the vote of thanks. I now invite onto the podium our ever dynamic organizing secretary, Dr. Ngangom Arun Kumar Singh, to kindly propose the secretary's report as well as the vote of thanks.
A very good afternoon. Allow me to first read out the Secretary's reports for the year 2019-20. The newly elected SWC member took charge in the month of May 2020 amidst COVID-19 pandemic. The handing of charges was delayed due to the pandemic situation. However, soon after taking up the charges, the SWC member took up the following tasks on urgent basis. Some of the salient or important tasks that we have taken up during these years are: number one, our contribution to the COVID-19 management. A 28 members IMA Manipur State Branch Expert Committee on COVID-19 with the President of the Association as the chairperson was formed. And following this, a 13-point recommendation to the management of COVID-19 was submitted to the Principal Secretary Health, Government of Manipur. IMA Manipur State Branch is spearheading the awareness drive on COVID-19. We have live telecast 24 Facebook programs on COVID-19 in collaboration with Caesar Foundations since May 2020, and in collaboration with the Association of Public Health Providers of India, Indian Red Cross Society, and the People Task Force. The association has participated more than 200 COVID-19 awareness programs. The association also participated in many state-level reviews meeting on COVID-19. We also observed the Doctors' Day amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. 10 senior doctors were honored at their respective residences, taking into consideration the COVID-19 situations. And in the morning of the Doctors' Day, there was a tree plantation at the premises of the IMA house. The Doctors' Day was observed at the boardroom of the IMA State Branch, IMA Manipur State Branch, and a video on Doctors' Day was released by the State President, and later the video was uploaded in the website, in the YouTube of the association. IMA CGP faculty was formed with more than 60 new members, and for this the State Branch received an appreciation certificate from National Headquarters. We also participated the virtual 8th IMA CGP Nation Conference on 8th November 2020. And soon the fellowship programs like the fellowship in family medicine will be started. We also formed the cycling wing called the Doctors on Pedals, or DOP in short. This is to promote a healthy lifestyle among the doctors in the state. Doctors on Pedal is perhaps the first cycling wing of IMA, there were appreciation from IMA headquarters in this regard, and also there are many appreciation from different branches across the country. In the morning of the 1st November 2020, a cycling rally was flagged off by Dr. Y. Mohan and Dr. S. Rajendra. A 30 riders, about 30 riders participated in the rally. And after the rally, the president of the association declared the formation of the DOP. We had a membership drive, and we could contribute more than, we can enroll more than 70 new life members this year. And with regard to the building, many have contributed to the building fund. Just to read out few, Dr. Syam Kumar Laisram and Dr. A. Wango Leiba has contributed a sum of 1 lakh. Dr. Jugindra Swarai Khambam has contributed a sum of 50,100. Dr. Apoijam Ibhol Singh and Dr. Naurem Sunanda Chandu has contributed a sum of 50,001 rupees. This time we have organized the Amamikon 2020 in a hybrid platform, both online and offline, and we could enroll 20 delegates during this conference. This is the first time that the association has organized the association online, on online platform. These were some of the activities that we have done in the last 1 year. And now allow me to propose the vote of thanks. Respected dignitaries in the dais, the invitees, the delegates, we have come to the end of this lively gathering, and it is my profound privilege to propose the vote of thanks on the behalf of the association and the entire team of the organizing committee of the 36th Amamikon. I extend my most sincere gratitude to the chief guest of today's function, Dr. T.S. Dabali, former president of IMA Manipur State Branch and chairman of Babina Group of Industry, who has spared his precious time to grace the function as the chief guest. So your presence has indeed dignified the occasion. Next, I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to Dr. K. Rajo, Director Health Service, Government of Manipur, for kindly accepting all invitations to grace the function as the guest of honor. My thanks goes to Dr. Syam Kumar Laisram, President, IMA Manipur State Branch, and also the chairperson of the organizing committee of the Amamikon 2020, for presiding today's function and for his constant support and guidance in making this conference a success. I am happy to express my sincere thanks to the CWC representative, Dr. A. Vivekananda Singh, for his innovative suggestions and advices. I am also thankful to Dr. S. Jugindra, Chairman, Reception Subcommittee, for his undaunting guidance. My special thanks goes to Dr. T. Yumjao Babu, Dr. N. Jitendra, Dr. L. Tondon, Dr. L. Kameswar, and Dr. P. Brajamani for kindly accepting our invitations to honor them in recognition to the contribution they have made to the association and the healthcare of the state. I express my gratitude to Dr. Gainachor Sharma and Dr. N. Nabakeshwar for delivering the orations, and Dr. K.S. Birendra for delivering the theme talks. My regard also goes to all the speakers, moderators, chairpersons, judges of the conferences. My word might not suffice to thank Mr. Hobam Zoremba, Managing Director, Cube 10, and his entire team for providing the virtual platform for the conference. Behind every successful program, lies a team of committed organizing committee members. I would like to take this moment to acknowledge the immense contribution they have made. Without their constant support, organizing such a conference might not be possible. I, on the behalf of the organizing committee, would like to thank all the invitees, the delegates, the sponsors, and the volunteers of the conference. I will be failing my part if I don't acknowledge the contribution made by our office assistant, Mr. N.G. Siam, and the caretaker, Mr. Jugol. But last but not least, I would like to thank the media, both print and electronic, for covering today's function. Once again, I would like to thank you all. Long live IMA, long live IMA Manipur State Branch. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Arun Kumar Singh. We have come to the inauguration of the IMA 2020. Because of the pandemic COVID-19, packed lunch is being served outside. I would request everyone present here to wash your hands nicely and enjoy the packed lunch. Thank you all.
Hãy dừng lên, tôi dầm như là quả. Hãy dừng